Alrighty, folks. Last week in the poster cars video, I told you guys that they kind of messed up my order, but we've got it all corrected now. And so we're going to take a look at these two Paganis from poster cars. We've got one in blue. Looks really good. And then also one in green. This is number 21 and 22 in the Poster Cars Hypercar League Collection, which is the only line that they've done so far in this more detailed 1/64 scale. I'm sure they've made like some toy cars before, because these are by Kinsmart or Kintoy, which is a pretty big company that makes all kinds of like toys and stuff. I think a lot of the stuff they make is like, I think they make a lot of like baby toys and stuff. So kind of interesting that they're dabbling in the 1/64 model car world, but I don't mind it. It gives some nice competition to some of these other brands. I like when new legit brands come in and do things well, because it pushes all of our established big brands like Tarmac Works, Mini GT. It pushes them to all do better, in my opinion. So that's why I really like these, and that's why I've been such a big supporter of the poster cars, and I've been buying them all and showing them all, is because I really like what they're doing for the price point. I mentioned it a lot in the last video, but if you guys aren't aware, these poster cars go for about $8 to $10 USD, depending on where you can find them. I've got a couple friends on here from, I believe they said they were in Greece, and I think they told me that they have been finding them for like 4 or 5 euros, which is, I think, about $7 or $8 USD. So very cool to see that they're also this cheap in other regions too. But yeah, we'll jump right into it. So this is the blue one. There's the background right there. It kind of just tells you more about the car. I believe this H21 down here stands for Hypercar 21. So that's like the car code. But yeah, it is 1/64 scale. The color is Azzurro Sardegna. So that must be like this ice blue color in Italian. So we'll go ahead and take these off the bases. Here's the green one right here. This one's in Verde, Venezia. Yeah, these ones aren't super fragile, so I do like to take these ones off the bases so we can get a better look at them. So there we are. And also, those Bugatti Divos that came in this wave, also do some comparison videos with those. I know I mentioned it, and then one of you guys asked me to do that, so we will definitely do a comparison video on those very soon. Probably not this week, probably next week. I just want to space up the poster cars content a little bit, because we've been that'll be the third video in like the past week and a half. So, but anyways, here we are. So this is the blue one. I guess I'll show you guys the bases real quick again. It tells you the Hypercar League Collection 21, and then the stuff that's pretty much all the stuff that's on the back of the art is also on the base. But here is the blue one. The paint on these actually looks really nice. It is a beautiful, like, metallic silver blue. It reminds me of the ice blue color that you see on the McLaren Speedtail. And yeah, this thing looks really nice. Super nice metal flake paint. I love it. And this car, I think there's only one other brand that's done this one in 1/64 scale so far, being CM Model. But I don't trust their company. I don't trust that they're legit. I don't even trust that their Paganis and McLarens are licensed. Anyways, that's a story for a different time. But yeah, for being about $8, which is what I paid for these, I think they look incredible. And I actually have to point out something funny. So when I first kind of saw the Pagani Codalunga, I saw a meme, and it's been like my favorite thing about this car ever since. If you look at this car head on, at like the way the mirrors kind of stick out, and the way the headlights and this whole front grille looks, it looks like an axolotl. It actually looks like an axolotl, which I think is awesome. But yeah, now that I have that image into your head, let's jump into it. So wheels are very nice. They are kind of just like a metallic silver color. Of course, these poster cars do have brake details. You can see there is a light blue caliper right there on the right side. And then a rotor. The rotor doesn't look uniform in size all the way around, but when you look at it from far back, it's a little bit harder to tell. The tires themselves are a little bit on the blockier side, which isn't great, but they're not as bad as some other brands I've seen, so not too bad. There's the back wheels. They also have the brake details and whatnot. The wheel design on these is really cool. Nice and simple. So yeah, wheels, brake details, tires all look pretty good as a whole. Do like that these have brake details for like $8 to $10 cars. Super nice. But you do have the printing on the side. It tells you that it is a Huayra. Oh no, I think that says Horacio Pagani on it. I could be wrong. That's really hard to see. It's even hard to see on the green one. But yeah, some text right there. You've got some venting behind the wheel right there that they put some black paint on, which is nice. A little bit of silver accenting as well. The door panel lines look awesome on this side view. And going around to the front, like I said, the mirrors do stick out quite a bit. These are black plastic, and they are pretty flexible, so I wouldn't be too worried about these breaking. But obviously don't want to like be messing with them too much intentionally. On the front end right here, the headlights are not acrylic, they are painted, but they actually painted in like a decent amount of detail. They're not perfectly flush and where they should to be, but you've got silver and then some white going around it, and it actually gives it some nice detail. You can kind of see it better from far back. But like I said, the front grille is super big, but nice detailed vents in there. Looks really cool. Again, the paint is just phenomenal on this. You can see the venting in the hood right there. They've kind of filled in some black paint. Windshield wipers. There's supposed to be a little Pagani badge right there. I don't know if there's any text in that, but it looks like it's just silver, but that's okay. But yeah, honestly, the front end looks pretty good. The interior, as you will notice, is colored. This one's done in like a tan, and you also have a bunch of like silver accenting in there. So that's another thing I really like about this brand, is that they're doing colored interiors on every single model that they release, which is awesome. The roof, of course, is exposed glass, and then you also have like a bunch of like black accenting going through that as well. Right here in this midsection, you do have some vents right here that have black paint, which is awesome. And then I think that is the Codalunga badge right there. And then some vents on either side right there as well. And I'm guessing these are vents too, but I don't know where that would vent air to. Maybe just out the back of the car, because it's got like these like tube things, like kind of how like old Porsches did their headlights. They've got like these long tube things going to the back, so I don't really know. But yeah, the back kind of like slopes down and then comes back up. Super elegant car. Really love this. This is honestly kind of like the Pagani. This is like the Pagani Speedtail, which is kind of funny. But taillights look really good. They are just painted again, but very nicely detailed in my opinion. The exhaust tips don't look great. That is kind of a drawback, but I do like that the exhaust tips actually go back into the car in white. But yeah, just white plastic exhaust tips don't really do it for me. If they would have done them in like silver, maybe that would have looked better. But yeah, there it is. There's the back view. You also have Pagani on this license plate down here. And then a little bit of rear diffusers by these rear wheels. And then a flat plastic base on these, which I think is fine. And as for the wheels, they do in fact roll. And they actually roll pretty good. Pretty good indeed. There's the green one rolling too. So very nice rollers with brake details. What more could you ask for, right? But here is the green one. I really like this color too. This is another metallic metal flake color, and I think it looks awesome. You've got like all kinds of different shades of green. It looks like there's some blues and yellows and oranges in there. Just a very beautiful paint. And then the calipers are also matched to the paint on this one too. So really like that. Looks super awesome. Look, there's your axolotl face. So funny to me. But yeah, really nice cars. This green one also does have the tan and silver interior. So no differences between the two as far as that goes. But yeah, just really nicely done from them. Obviously, there's no carbon fiber on these, but the Pagani Huayra Codalunga doesn't really need it, in my opinion. There's not a lot of exposed carbon fiber on the outside of these cars, at least not to the point where you would want to do it in 164. Like maybe this back part right here is carbon, maybe some of the stuff in here is carbon, maybe some of these details up like by the window and this windshield wiper are carbon, but honestly, I don't think it's a big deal on this one at all. In fact, I think this might be one of my favorite poster cars castings. They just look really nice. So, yeah, and I'm excited to get a Codalunga in the collection because it is a really neat car. But we will go ahead and throw up a picture of a blue Codalunga up on screen. If there actually exists one in blue, I don't really know. But yeah, throw that up, take a look at it. We'll also see if I can find a picture of the green one as well. Again, don't know. These Codalungas, I think, were special made for only a few people. I don't think this is like a normal Pagani. Well, I guess all Paganis are kind of like custom made for individual customers, but yeah, I don't know how many of these were made. I don't know what colors Pagani actually made them in, so I don't know if I'll be able to find pictures. But I'm assuming at least the blue and green ones have pictures, so yeah. With that being said, though, I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I will do that review video with the Bugatti Divos probably next week sometime. And yeah, until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.